Hello, welcome back to the most cursed timeline imaginable. This is probably going to become the main series for a little bit, at least until the foreseeable future, because engagement is good, meaning a lot of people are watching and liking the video, and also the Romania playthrough for Kaiserreich had some issues because of a surprise update, which, you know, we love those. Anyways, we're doing the send in the hair, which is cool and good. Always a good thing to do, to send in the army to crush a student protest. Never, you know, that's never had some I'm not gonna say anything about it. You know what I'm talking about. The exchange ends. Our plan has been a success. Though we have not gained the crucial leverage over Vituska we have hoped for, our officers were able to find out some of the weaknesses of his army, which will surely be beneficial to our cause should he ever turn against his masters. The trade has also been mutually beneficial on the surface, with each of our armies now better prepared to fight together against outside threats. Our officers are returning home right now, despite the fact that we appease him by sending neutral officers. Schöner's militarists are protesting the recall and stating that they could have retrieved more vital information and made Vituska even more vulnerable. It seems no matter what we do, they're going to protest. Perhaps it is time to stop feeding Schöner's beast and instead start defying it. Huh. Okay. It's been a while since I played this, so I'm not 100% sure what that was about, actually. I remember sending officers, but I don't remember the exact, like the exact details. I thought I sent them to Himmler, but maybe not. Was it to Prague or to Bohemia? I don't know. I've heard that Norway potentially is going to be really interesting, though it isn't that interesting right now. So they could be a possible future playthrough, though I would want like something other than just here are some focuses so that you can be a better pawn of the Nazis. Like, I'd like some, you know, actual stuff, choices to make and stuff to do. Wonder, man, you're looking big, Finland. I wonder who the most interesting warlord faction would be. Because that seems like a good, maybe limited playthrough, like limited in scope, like we know exactly what we're, what's going on? With militias forming all throughout the Reich, we must ensure our supporters are better armed. We will gain 5,000 additional infantry weapons. Our current bonus amount of infantry weapons is 0. Yeah, that's going on. But, like, I can't do these because I don't have political power. Okay, that's just, yeah, legitimacy is increasing. Yeah, so this is just telling us that something is happening, because there's nothing that's timing out. This is active, right? Because I can't click it. And it's like, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I did that. But yeah, like, I'm envisioning a fiery end to this playthrough, just so that I'm using this as basically my tutorial playthrough to figure out what is going on with this mod, because there's a lot of stuff going on here. We can do this again. Uses 5 legitimacy, right? Yeah, so we're losing legitimacy, so we want to, like, make sure we balance against legitimacy and guns, right? It was supposed to be spent on several buffs to our faction, however, it would be unwise to spend it all at once for our, as our remaining influence points could affect our starting position, but if the worst comes to, yeah. So we need to, like, make sure we have a balance of influence and, you know, giving us buffs. This might be a good faction to play next, since we have some, like, we have a limited stuff we have to, like, worry about. since we've got the sea behind us or between us and stuff, and we can work on this stuff. I'm guessing though that the US has, like, their end goal is to invade and liberate Europe. So that might be might maybe not be the best best one to go with. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. The army march is on. Oh boy, that's a lot of text. Klaus Winst. Oh no, it's a novel. Sacrifice must be made by all for the glory of the Reich. Just pause the video if you want to read that. I apologize, I really can't read that much each episode. It will kill my voice. Secure the streets, which will increase my legitimacy. Gives political power gain, which we need. Will also increase legitimacy. Gets the successor speaks. I don't know what that's gonna do. These ones are really good though. I don't know if this seems like it's gonna be... I don't know if this is actually like... This seems like the stuff you would do if you're trying to like avoid a war. And I feel like this is going to cause... I feel like a war is inevitable, but I'm gonna, I guess, try. Let's wait. Let's try to stockpile a little bit of legitimacy. Iberian Union declared war on the Kingdom of Morocco. What's actually going on with the Iberian Union? It's just Spain. But it almost looks like it's got half of Portugal's flag, like the old red and green one. Or sorry, this one. That's actually the current flag. My bad. I was thinking of the blue and white one as the old one, or as a new one. Sometimes when you're a historian, things get jumbled up in your head. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Are they? No, they're not. War in Portugal. What? Oh, there's a Portuguese Civil War. Yeah, of course. Salazar and who are you? No idea who you are. Government of National Salvation, so of course National Socialists, and then you've got, yeah, the Republic of Catalonia, which seem like the only good guys in this region, except for, I mean, no, actually, Salazar is not good. Salazar is deeply problematic. He's one of those kinds of guys like, I guess, Stalin for some people in Russia, where, you know, your great-grandfather or your grandfather or your, yeah, all those people are like, oh no, he was actually good. He fixed the economy and made the trains run on time. Oh, okay, yeah. Now, I seem to have just not noticed this. I was like looking at this. I'm like, oh, they haven't dammed up the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is still here. No, it isn't. It's going away. You have a new province called Adriatica, and then you've got all this like extra land between islands and stuff. And the Balearics have grown. Yeah, like the Mediterranean is shrinking. we should get our ships out of the Baltic Sea. Or sorry, the Black Sea. They're not gonna be able to go anywhere. I'm sure they'll build a canal. But yeah, I noticed Italy was green, like big and green. And I was like, that probably just means they've got a bunch of like Croatian holdings and stuff, but no, they've just conquered the ocean. Fucking taking Mare Nostrum to the next level. The Kingdom of Morocco declared war on the Rif Republic. Okay. Liberal democracy. That's cool. And social democracy, libertarian socialism, and authoritarian socialism. The Iberian Wars, okay. In a war, there are no winners, losers, only victims. Michael de Castillo. Iberia's Dusk. Okay, that's interesting. So they pop up with like unique event things when there's a war. So a civil war just broke out in Spain. Well, like unique event notifiers, but not an actual event. So you've got the Galician Republic. This one is like Kaiserreich levels of civil war. You've got Phalangists, Spain, Fascists, Franco, Spanish Republic. What if the Catalonians will get involved? Yeah, it doesn't look like Franco's gonna do so well. Can we do anything with these guys? Send volunteers? Nah. We have no reason to involve ourselves in Phalangist Spain's proxy war. I disagree. How much oil do we have? We have way more oil than we're using. Do we have any more planes we can send to training? Let's just train them all. Because we're like king shit of the Air Force, right? With Göring, so... May as well. I don't know if our experience is going to reset if we... If, you know, worse comes to worse. I forget how the Civil War mechanics that they added in Man the Guns work. Assassination attempt on Edward VIII. In a stunning news today, the King of England, Edward VIII, had a narrow escape from assassination during a speech he was performing outside Buckingham Palace. The assassin, believed to be a radical member of the organization HMMLR, attempted to throw a grenade at the monarch in the middle of the speech. He was only stopped by the fact that the device landed amidst members of the government standing behind the king, shielding him from its wrath. Huh. Who's HMMLR? Dunno. Oil4.t, Oil4.a. That's my choice. Always, always a thing that happens with recently released mods. I wonder if there's a way to like, to code the game to gradually make the med just disappear. Okay, Malta is an island chain now, or island group. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see. A roar on the radio, smile for the camera, one bad photo. Oh no. So we're meant to get an event, right? I'm gonna do secure the streets. Okay. Another novel, which you can read if you'd like to. I shall deliver us into an age of absolute military domination over our foes. Make no mistake, the fierce vision of Europe must be completed. A sporadic wave of applause swept through the crowd, emanating largely from the militaries and the Wehrmacht officers, but also from a few conservatives. Göring gave an uneasy smile and glanced behind him, where Schöne was watching on eagerly. To strengthen our beautiful Vaterland, yep, we must save our economy from the clutches of those who wish to exploit it for their own selfish purposes. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the parasitic German bankers. I'm talking about the Swiss. Let us revitalize our economy. Let us re-energize the German workforce. Making the Swiss the target of our ire now. defeated by Kingdom of... Okay. Oh no, the Rif Republic defeated the Kingdom of Morocco. Meng Jiang has defeated the Mongolian People's Front. There it is. Cool flag. Uniform looks kind of Japanese. Excuse me. Yeah, the uniform looks kind of Japanese. I don't know why. Infantry weapon improvements. Cool. Probably not going to matter at all because we're probably just going to be given a bunch of tech regardless. Like a new tech tree or something, I think. Why would we need Marines? We already own the world. Also, music stopped again. Let's go decryption. Martin Bormann is still getting a lot of influence. Their influence is currently moderate, it says. I think we just need to try to maintain the same level of influence as the other guys. Or roughly the same level. There's no, like, way of knowing how much, like, what buffs they would get, right? There are some weird factions in Russia. I kind of like it that there's so much like stuff going on here, and I feel like it can go in so many different ways. It looks like a Crusader Kings 2 map, honestly, or like EU4 Shattered World or something, or whatever it's called. 24 days until everyone's stuff increases. That's what. There's no way of like making our legitimacy increase faster than theirs. We only have a way of making it go down, which is an interesting like way of handling that. Academic base is currently slowly worsening. Oh yeah, all this like Victoria 2 stuff here. Pops and all that. The nuclear stockpile, massive stockpile, yeah. Yeah, because they don't use the nuclear UI here. Secure the streets. Phalanges Spain has defeated the Spanish Republic. The Iberian Wars war rages on. The Phalangists will probably win. This will increase the power of the militarists by a small amount, or supply local or loyal divisions. Suppling weapons or loyal divisions will assure, yeah. So this basically means a bunch of guns are, yeah, they're just like funneled away. I think we should do this stuff just to get, or to make sure that we get a hold of some troops should a war start. It does look like that's what the event indicates, or the focus. Man, I wonder why this is happening. Alter the deal. Pray I don't alter it further. Oh, there's the Tuska. Okay, that's Belarus then. Over in the Baltic Reichskommissariat, I'm guessing. Which is called Reichskommissariat Ostland. Which means Eastern Lands. Or Eastland. Ostland is actually what this region is called in Norway. Got Ostland, and you've got, Ostland. Now when I'm saying it, it's not sounding right. But, yeah, and you got Nordland and Vestland and all that. There you see Vestlandet, Ostlandet. And you got Agder. Nord-Norge is called Nordland, this region, and then this place is called Finnmark, and this is Troms. They've sort of been like merged for now, because we're merging everything and centralizing stuff, and a lot of people are upset about that. What's that used by? Need for production lines doesn't say what it's used for. People's Revolutionary Council has defeated Meng Jiang. Mongolian Civil War. A shocking turn of events. The world watches in awe as a remnant of the Red Army based in Mongolia. So it's like, oh, what's that guy's name? The Baron Ungen Sternberg in Kaiserreich. The mad Mongolian guy who took the White Army into Mongolia, but now it's actually like the Red Army and stuff. Military man and one of the finest, so it's Alexander Vasilevsky, one of the finest generals of the decrepit Soviet Union. Vasilevsky now turns his attention to the northern factories of central Siberia. While many once thought his brand of Red Army survivors a band, little more than a horde of starving Mongolian bandits, it would now seem that the many warlords vying for supremacy over the shattered Union now have yet another opponent. I think I would live in Australia if I was going to live anywhere. Never mind, maybe not. Looming Japanese threat. Probably, even though it's kind of terrible. You know, America in the 60s and America in this world in the 60s probably isn't that much better. I'm gonna do the army stuff, even though I don't think we get to keep this tech. Actually, let's see. We can do some industry maybe. Nope, we can't. Yeah, I'm gonna do the army stuff, even though I don't think we get to keep the land doctrine stuff. I'm doing army over the tank stuff, specifically because I don't know how many tanks we'll have in a civil war. If one should happen, I'm talking about it as if it's an inevitability. It isn't, but you know, mod makers, they love their civil wars. I don't know how many artillery pieces and support artillery pieces we have, really. But I'm gonna grab it anyways. Since it's cheaper than self-propelled, and I doubt we can make any self-propelled during a civil war. Free military factories. Yeah, because that's our artillery there. Rheinbote. No idea what Bote means. Or Bote, or however you want to pronounce that. Oh, the struggle of like not knowing what you actually need in a mod with just a ton of new tech. Equipment is always needed, but I think we're gonna have enough of that for everyone else, or for everyone to fight over. I wonder if we'll get this equipment like back once the war is over. It looks like we need reinforcement for Panzerschrecks, so I guess we'll make Panzerschrecks, and we also need trucks and tanks. And everything planes as well. Well, that's because we're training. The collapse of the Triumvirate. In the wake of the bombing of the Triumvirate conference in Malta, it would appear as though whatever chances the fragile alliance had went down in flames, the incident proving to be the final straw for many. Both the Caudillos and the Turkish president have now declared their respective countries' desire to leave the alliance. With two of the alliance's three major powers leaving, it is safe to say that the days of the Triumvirate are over. Already Turkey has made fresh calls for its territorial rights and ambitions in the region to be respected, particularly in regard to Cyprus and the Levant. With the Italian military being mobilized in response to Turkish movements in Syria on their part, the Iberians have expressed little desire to keep up significant relations with their former allies. Well, they are kind of having some issues. How are you alive again? Never mind, the Phalangists aren't gonna win. Franco's just like refusing to die. How old are you? Alright, bolster the Luftwaffe is done. Let's approach the Waffen. Bribing the Waffen SS. Having been exposed to degenerate ideals, many division commanders have since embraced corrupt activities as a means of making greater amounts of Reichsmarks a year. Despite how morally abhorrent such actions are, these corrupt... Oh, I mean, it's a Waffen SS, come on. These corrupt officers may be quite useful to us. Given how the Waffen SS is still regarded as the elite of the German armed forces, we can simply bribe the commanders of said divisions to remain loyal to our goals and help enforce the legitimacy of Reichsmarschall Göring as the Führer's successor upon those who may think otherwise. Having the tanks in a civil war would be huge, though. I'm gonna focus on that because I don't even know if it's gonna give us the tanks, but tanks in a civil war, if you played any civil war in Hearthstone 4, are so huge because all the troops are terrible and undersupplied, which the tanks are as well. You won't have much oil, but you can just make a couple of tiny important pushes. That's why, like, tank volunteers to most civil wars are so big. That's why everyone sends tanks to the Soviet Union, and the Germans send tanks into Spain in the Spanish Civil War, and why I always send tanks into America in the Kaiserreich Civil Wars. What am I hearing? Oh. That's a new track. Right? Turkey declared war on Il. This is also going to be super loud once this is done. Turkey is a war in the desert ever since the Second World War ended. Turkey has never been pleased with their share of the spoils. Far too many Turks ended up outside their borders. These long-simmering tensions have exploded today as Turkish President Alparslan Turkesh has announced that a state of war now exists between the Turkish Republic and the Italian Empire. Despite being former allies, the war has already proven extremely popular in Turkey. Young nationalists and party members march through the streets of Ankara, calling on Turkish to lead us to victory. Comparatively, in Italy, the public has shown little to no support for the war, with many questioning why Italy is even in Cyprus in the first place. What a way to treat a former ally. Alright, so the Iberian Union wins. What's this? Guadalajara. Something de Levante? What? I'm seeing this over there. It's disappearing every time I zoom in. Yep. it's this guy owns a little piece of Spain. I don't know why. Rally the Israelis, that's probably why he's there, because I don't know. Oh my god. A great conspiracy. Strange rumors have arisen from the depths of Japanese-occupied China. Following the arrest of Nanjing-aligned General Sun Jianying, rumors of a great conspiracy have spread like wildfire. A conspiracy involving the long-lost former leader of the Juntong, Dai Li. Is it Dai or Zai or something like that? I know in Vietnamese the D is usually like Zai. The Chinese countryside is, the Chinese countryside is gripping with terror, as Dai Li was famously noted for his brutality during the Chiang Kai-shek years. Tokyo, however, has refused to comment or acknowledge the Dai Li situation, calling it an imperialist misdirection of pan-Asian harmony or an anti-Nippon conspiracy. There are rumors, however, of the conspiracy being linked to the highest echelons of Japanese military intelligence, and only time will reveal whether this is true. Perhaps it might be true. That's a funny button. Oh, anyways, with the nuke atmosphere ending, so does this episode. We are past time, and no Civil War this time yet. Maybe there will be one soon. As of now, I'm basically just watching things happen in the world, trying to make sense of this game, and having some fun with how fucking ridiculous this is. That being said, if you like this video, please hit the like button. It does help out a great deal, I'm told, with like metrics and pushing the video to people to see it and stuff like that. If you want to have a chat, if you want to talk to me about something, you can comment down below, or you can find me in the Discord, where I'm talking to everyone about everything, often politics, because a lot of people like to talk about that for some reason. I think that's about it. Twitter and all that stuff for bad opinions, and thank you so much to the patrons. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.